Good evening, you're watching the news on Croatian television. The Catholic faithful in Croatia celebrated Palm Sunday today. Palm Sunday falls on the Sunday before Easter and commemorates Jesus' triumphant entry into Jerusalem. The feast initiates the last week of Lent. Cardinal Josip Bozanic led Mass at Zagreb Cathedral.
Let us stop for a second and thank God for His love, for His presence.
One of the great 12 feasts of the liturgical year, Palm Sunday was celebrated throughout the country, with large processions in Split, Dubrovnik, Zadar and Rijeka.
It was through suffering and the cross, not through human celebrations and recognition, that Jesus achieved heavenly recognitions and heavenly joy. What more could we ask for, other than for someone to say of each of us at the end of our lives, he or she passed through this earthly existence doing good?
Bishop Vlado Košić led Mass in Sisak today. During his sermon, he addressed yesterday's protest in Zagreb, at which thousands of citizens voiced their opposition to government's plan to ratify the Istanbul Convention.
If government has adopted a position in contradiction to Christian values and decided to forward the convention to Parliament, let us then pray for the Christians who sit in Parliament that they do not spit on their Christian conscience. Let us pray for the others who are not Christians that they vote their conscience and vote against evil and injustice, against that which opposes the nature of humanity.
In light of yesterday's protest against the ratification of the Istanbul Convention, in which thousands of citizens voiced their opposition to government's plan to proceed the ratification process, the Zagreb Archdiocese has issued a statement in support of the protesters. The Archdiocese notes that Christians in Croatia were compelled to defend their Christian identity, which is under threat from the Convention's gender ideology.
Yesterday's gathering, in which many faithful participated, is a contribution to honest dialogue between those in power and the citizenry, who rightfully believe that the ratification of this contentious document will introduce an unscientific and, above all, harmful gender ideology into Croatia's legal system and social processes, which Pope Francis characterized as ideological colonization.
In other news, President Kolinda Grabar-Kitarović and Foreign Affairs Minister Marija Pejčinović-Burić were in Germany last night, where they attended the 12th annual Večernjaks Homeland Awards, which are presented to Croatia's most successful expatriates in the areas of sports and culture.
All of you left Croatia or Bosnia and Herzegovina in the hope of finding a better life somewhere else. Only you can decide if you indeed found a better life. However, in spite of this, each of you in your hearts brought a piece of your homeland with you. You brought our Croatian culture and spirit.
In light of Purple Day tomorrow, which aims to raise awareness about epilepsy, the Bike for Epilepsy event was held on Zagreb's European Square today. The goal of the event is to raise awareness about the disorder. Some 40,000 people in Croatia suffer from epilepsy.
We have conducted an educational program in all of our schools and kindergartens with teachers and students regarding epilepsy and how to help those who suffer from epilepsy. And from year to year, we have observed that both teachers and students know more and more about the disorder, and they participate in all of our activities with us. We are lucky here in Croatia because all of the modern treatments and drugs are available to us. Some of them are not entirely covered by health insurance, which is an area we could work on to make them more accessible to patients. But as far as the drugs themselves are concerned, we are well stocked here in Croatia, and we are thankful for that.
And just a quick reminder to drivers that as of today, clocks are on daylight savings time, and they no longer are required to have their lights on at all times. This does not, however, apply to scooters and motorcycles. Taking a quick look at sports, in the second game of the best-of-3 semifinal series of the Regional ABA Basketball League, Cedevita beat Montenegrin side Budućnost 82-75 in Zagreb tonight. The series is now tied at 1 game apiece. The decider will be played in Montenegro next Sunday. Some 30 Montenegrin hooligans were arrested prior to the game on Zagreb's Banja Lucic Square, where they damaged local shops and chanted, "This is Serbia." And now the forecast for tomorrow. Predominantly overcast, especially in Dalmatia and the far east of the country. There will be some intermittent rain in the Danube area. The northern Adriatic will see the most sun. Some sunny spells are expected in the western and northwestern reaches of the interior, especially in the first half of the day. The northern and central coast will see a moderate to strong northeasterly with gale-force gusts at the foot of the Velebit mountain. The southern Adriatic will see an easterly and a strong southeasterly. Morning lows of -4 to +1 degrees Celsius inland, 3 to 8 on the coast, will give way to highs of 6 to 11 degrees in the interior, 12 to 16 on the Adriatic. The three-day forecast for the interior calls for partly sunny and predominantly dry weather on Tuesday and Wednesday. It will get progressively warmer. Western reaches of the interior will see a moderate to strong southwesterly on Wednesday. Cloud cover will return on Thursday with isolated showers. Northerly and northeasterly winds will bring slightly cooler temperatures. The coast will see partly sunny skies with variable cloud cover on Tuesday and Wednesday. There is a chance of some light rain on Tuesday in southern Dalmatia and on Wednesday in the wider Rijeka area. Southeasterly winds will gain strength on Wednesday night, bringing even warmer temperatures on Thursday. And that wraps up the news. Be sure to join us again tomorrow night.